I have done absolutely no grinding and no fishing in between last session and this one.
Oh my god.
We will see how that goes because one of the harder bosses is coming up.
Ooh.
All right, so let's see, I think I go here.
So we got the lighthouse working, and now we go take the boat.
That is presumably the idea.
Okay.
We visited the ferries to kill some time, killed the dolphin to kill some time, because dolphin equals time.
I mean,
Now.
like, he was going to be a problem at one point or another.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't just a dolphin, which is the worst, but he was a mecha dolphin.
Yeah. Of course, we'll compensate you for your trouble. Once the ship comes back, we'll take you wherever it is you're going right away. And if there's anything else in the guild, or the guild can do for you, just let us know, okay?
Okay.
Wow, what good compensation. Alright, so...
Once the ship comes back.
Yeah, alright. Didn't know if he had anything worth following up with, but I guess not.
Okay.
Alright, so there's that. And now I probably have to talk to Bade and or Shadis. So we'll see what happens with them.
You just know that frog over in the corner is gonna go home and write some shitty poetry.
I think he already has some shitty poetry going on. I think we talked to him earlier, one of the previous episodes. Hey, you. No use for a sailor like me if there's no ship around. Oh, is that foreshadowing? Don't worry, Zig. Even if there's no ship for you to be on, you're still the best sailor in the world. Alright, here we go. Yes, alright, this is where I need to be. Sorry, it looks like the ship won't be back for a while longer.
Motherfucker.
After he went through all the trouble to fix the lighthouse, I don't know what to say. And for some reason, I am Pecco. We'll figure out a way for you to go east. Go talk to the guildmaster, Sinker. I'm sure he'll let you use the road. Well, lot of back and forth, I guess. I am not sure if you have to do it in that order, but whatever.
I think the part that's not fun about any of this is it's all filler.
Yeah, Rapala is the worst part of the game. Oh, okay.
Like, what does this have to do with anything?
It gets us to where we need to go. Although this part of the world could have not existed at all. That said, it's not 100% filler because it actually comes up later in the game and is important.
Okay.
But right now, yeah, it's really frustrating and dumb. So anyway, the ship may have run into trouble somewhere and can't make it back. In a situation like this, the only way east is to go around Mount Zeblo, but, as you know, the road there is out. But we owe you for your help with the lighthouse, so I will allow you to use our secret shortcut.
You had one of those?
Yes, we have a secret shortcut. It goes through the volcano. We're the Porters Guild, after all.
Bitch.
I don't know why that makes you have a secret route through the volcano, but that's okay. Here, take this letter. It'll let you use the guild shortcut through the volcano. Okay, so this is why they don't just let everybody use the secret shortcut. A long time ago, before there was a road, we used a road that cuts through the mountain. It may not be an easy trip, but it'll get you to the east. Thank you again, and Godspeed. You can find the mountain to the east of town. Come back and see us sometime. Alright. So, the mountain, as you may guess, has a lot of monsters in it.
Okay.
And some dangerous ones at that. It is a difficult dungeon to go through. Actually, I need to get my team together, so Pecco, you're out, I'm sorry. But I'm going to inoculate people against fire because guess what? The volcano has a bunch of fire enemies.
Oh my god.
Who could have guessed?
I would have sworn a volcano would have been an ice-themed dungeon.
I know, right? I will be using Gar, even though he's technically fire elemental in a lot of ways. But I can make him do non-elemental things and he can still be strong.
Yeah, I mean, plus he's Gar.
Yeah, Well,
He's cool.
he's also really big, so cats don't let him through. Okay, here we go. So we're going to half fire damage. Yes. Okay. I'm sorry, anti-vax crowd.
You're getting back, but what about the side effects?
Yeah, the long-term side effects that don't exist because that's not how vaccines work.
You just gave Momo autism.
Yep. I mean, she probably already had it.
Because of the vaccines.
Ah, yes, of course. How silly of me.
The vaccines did it to her.
Yeah, alright, so I'm gonna save because I don't want to go through that again in case we somehow die.
Cause you see, there are these things called tachyons.
Yeah.
They go backward and they put the tachyons in the vaccine. So if you get the vaccine in the future, it will give you autism in the past. Mm-hmm. That's science. You can't argue with that.
Yeah. Okay, so we will save the game. We will check the memory card. We will go to memory card 1. This is thrilling. Alright, and we will overwrite this save. Yes. We have done everything we need to do. And now we move on. Oh fuck, I'm gonna have to unequip Ryu's flame sword. Oh well. Equip.
Aha, so that sword is a trap.
Kind of. It's really good for the
lighthouse.
the lighthouse, yeah. Especially considering Gazer, your best friend, is weak to fire.
That's right. Oh, I just realized if there's anything horrifying in this dungeon, we can't cleanse it with fire because it is fire.
Yeah.
Luckily, fire is never horrifying.
Okay, I think that. Letter from the Guildmaster? You mean you want to use the secret guild route? Fine by me, but just watch out for the lava, eh?
Okay.
Lol, lol, lol. Get fucked. I'm gonna step on it all the time. Actually, I think some treasures require you to.
I mean, I've gone through Izalith. I'm used to the fire.
Yeah, but has Momo, Ryu, and Gar.
That is a good point.
Oh, and Momo also needs to change her equipment to Ice Chrism. For shocking reasons. Okay.
Oh, hello.
So that's a big thing.
That is, in fact, a big thing.
Let's see. Does he have anything, like, special or interesting? No. Okay. So we're just gonna attack.
Oh.
Ice Chrism does that, huh? Okay. So as it stands, I cannot win this fight. Alright, so I'm a low level, and, alright, I'm not gonna do grinding, because I don't have to. But I do need Nina. Because she has ice spells, and that thing has, it doesn't have the high magic resistance that it has for high physical defense. Yeah, I think I'm also gonna buy a Claymore for Ryu, because it has a lot more attack power. So, I really probably should have done a little bit of preparation for this.
Maybe just a scooch.
Yeah, but whatever, I guess. We'll just fucking deal with it, you know?
Because this was kind of the thing of RPGs of this era. Because one of the big selling points for so many games, especially RPGs, it's like, yeah, hours of entertainment. Here's how many hours this game gives you.
Yep.
People are like, yeah, big number, good number.
Yeah.
And nowadays, it's like, Christ, it's more than 20 hours? No. I have other games I want to play.
Okay, wow, they don't sell Claymores here. Interesting.
Actually, that's the weird thing. It's either this game is infinite and you can play it literally as much as you want, or it's 20 hours or less.
Yeah. Sounds pretty accurate.
40 to 80 hours just seems like, fuck. No, I don't want it.
And see, I'm still okay with that amount of hours because I like doing this kind of stuff. It just doesn't work that well for Let's Plays is the main issue.
Well, it's not just the Let's Plays, it's... Think about game production back in this era compared to game production now. Like, back in the day, you didn't get as many games.
Yeah.
And comparatively speaking, games were way more expensive in the past.
Yeah.
Like, even people forget that $60 was not the set price point for a AAA game back in the day. Like, a Super Nintendo game could be over $100 in 1990s money.
Yeah.
Not today's money.
Yeah.
But even after the $60 freeze, like where everyone was like, no, anything more than $60 is not worth it. $60 doesn't get you now what it did 20 years ago.
That's true.
So now there are way more games, they come out way faster, and they're way cheaper. So you're way more incentivized nowadays to play your game, get what you want out of it, and move on to the next one.
You are, and I think that's one of the reasons that I'm still okay with the 40 to 60 hour mark, because I don't want to play a million different games. If I'm going to start a game, I will commit to that game until it's done for the most part, because that's just what I like to do.
Yeah, that's fair.
And that's a personal choice. I'm not saying that's the right thing to do or anything like that. It's just, this is how I feel about things.
Yeah, and that is 100% fair. But like, I like my variety. I like seeing all these different stories, and if you can tell a story in like 2 hours,
yeah,
great. Portal 1 is 2 hours long, and it's one of the most memorable games out there on the market.
Yeah, people like to point to Portal 1 especially, and I do agree, that is probably the best example.
But I think ultimately, what I want in my shorter games is to cut the fat.
Yeah, that's understandable. I just don't necessarily feel the same way.
Okay.
I should probably save again.
So you like a little bit of fat in your games?
Yeah, I do.
You like that extra juice.
Well, because when I'm playing games, I like to relax, and I don't necessarily want to go through and just like... I know this is an unpopular opinion, but I have, like... I'm perfectly okay with just kind of doing busy work, because it feels nice.
Okay. I do get that, which is why I now have dedicated busy work games. Like, there are so many, like, fantasy job simulators where it is just busy work.
Yeah, and see, I can't handle that because I don't like it to be all busy work, but I'm perfectly okay in most situations, like, just kind of doing a little bit of downtime stuff.
Okay.
Which, I think I complained about that in Final Fantasy VII Remake, but that's because Final Fantasy VII Remake was compelling enough and had a frantic enough storyline that I didn't want to see that filler. Whereas, like, this game is a slow burn all the way through, and so you don't feel that busy work change, and even when the busy work is there, it's like, yeah, this is still, I just like being here doing these things.
I think the big problem with remakes busy work is it's put at awkward times. Like, you always feel compelled you should be doing something else.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Whereas in this game, like, the world does not hinge on you going to the East Lands. You're just here on a journey of self-discovery. And that's okay. You can take your time doing that journey. Like, if there were things that you could do while you waited for the boat to come back, like if that were an option, I would probably just do that rather than go through the volcano, because it would be interesting.
Yeah. You know, I really wish I saw more RPGs where it wasn't the world at stake.
Well, this one, it's not. Sort of.
Like, it's Breath of Fire. Eventually the world will be at stake.
No, Breath of Fire, I mean, I guess... Okay. Breath of Fire is weird. Yes, for some reason those have butts. Breath of Fire is weird in that, like, the world is at stake in Breath of Fire 1 and 2. Breath of Fire 3 and 4, the world doesn't have to be at stake.
Oh.
Like, that's the interesting thing about this series is, like, there's just some really weird writing where they embrace a lot of traditions and then they buck a lot of traditions.
Okay.
Now that I know how much HP these things have. Oh no, she's saying the bad word again.
No.
Oh, god damn it.
Vulcan lives!
God damn it.
Oh, Vulcan dodges too.
That's actually just armor.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, maybe I should just run away from Vulcans from this point on. Like, oh, but I did get magma armor. That's nice.
Oh,
that
okay.
halves fire damage. We'll give it to... Oh, you probably can't. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, okay, so it's just Ryu who can. Yeah, whatever. His agility's shit anyway. He still gets a turn every round.
So sticking on, like, the busy work,
Okay, I think I'm going the right way, which is the wrong way.
I think my favorite kind is, like, town builders or management style games.
Yeah, that's fair.
I remember on the Wii, one of the old eShop games was Final Fantasy My Life as the King,
Okay.
which was not a very good game.
Uh-huh.
I'm
not familiar with it at all. I am not familiar with it at all.
So essentially, it's set in the Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles world,
Oh, interesting.
and you play this little boy who, because royalty is a really dumb management system for running a government, you become the king.
Okay.
And you run this town, and basically the game is you manage what the shops are, you manage investment to build the town up. And for adventurers, where like the big meat of the game is, you assign quests.
Okay.
So you are the billboard in town.
Interesting.
You give the quests, and it also is like, what skill level are the adventurers coming into town? Well, I want this quest done, but I don't think any of them can do it, so I need to hold off. Or do I risk it, hope they get lucky, and if they get like slapped and come back injured, I just have to deal with it.
Interesting.
In execution, it's super repetitive. There's a lot of like, I do a thing, end of day report, here's what everyone else did.
Yeah, of course.
Wow, that sounds like a really fun game a lot of these other people are playing. But there's still something very satisfying about like building your town up. And in more than just the Animal Crossing, oh, is the thing I want in the shop today.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Or like, Racketeer.
Racketeer?
Racketeer.
Okay.
Racketeer, an item shop's tale.
Okay.
So,
Oh, you know, I think I've actually heard of this. She plays a female protagonist in that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You play as this little girl whose parents die or fuck off or whatever. Point is, they're not around. And she inherits this item shop. Wow, I'm almost just fucking juggernauting it.
Correct.
So you inherit this item shop, and it's just like, hey, you need to pay your bills, and hey, you need to, like, make money. And so the game is basically broken up into 2.5 phases. There's the shopping phase, where you do all of the item management stuff from a game like this. Like, you can go to other stores and buy items, you can get stuff wholesale, and then you set up your store. And the deal is, you can have a couple items in the front window to lure customers in, and then you have way more way more shelf space in the shop proper. So you try to like make it so, hey, adventurers are in town today. I'm going to put armor up. Oh,
Okay.
no, but other merchants are in town today. I want valuable items up.
Right.
And then when people come in, it becomes a haggling minigame when they pick an item.
Okay.
And you just have to figure out where their price is and try to get the best deal you can with each transaction.
All right.
But there's also a dungeon crawl element where you can go hire mercenaries to take you through a dungeon. And it's like your typical procedural generated dungeon crawler. It's the same view as this, but it's real-time battles, so you're actually running around doing attacks and shit.
Okay.
But all the mercenaries are named characters. They're all-
Interesting.
and you can get to know them. They can come in your shop, and you can cut them deals to make them like you more, so they get better stuff for the adventure. And if you sell them really good gear, they will use that in the adventure.
Okay.
So now it's like, ooh, this sword is worth a lot of money, and I could get a really good deal if I sell it to this rando. But if I sell it to my buddy, the I'm gonna do it hero, he's gonna be way stronger the next dungeon crawl we do.
Right. Yeah, that's interesting.
And the half comes like end of day, you get to hang out with people at like the tavern and all this other shit. It also really helps that the main character, Rekka, is super charming. Her catchphrase is capitalism, ho!
Oh, nice.
Like she's the anime like, yeah, I'm gonna do it archetype. Like hyper energetic, super like, yeah, we can do this kind of girl character. And her partner Tyr is this fairy who is not an annoying bitch. It's just like, oh yeah, no, this is how capitalism works. Hey, you need to make money.
Interesting.
Wake up, child, it's time to do business. I have fond memories of that game, and then anytime I see stuff like Item Shop Simulator or what is it, Moonlighter, I'm like, hey, is this charming? No, it's pretty generic. Oh, has the haggling mechanics non-existent?
Oh, man. Yeah, so it's...
Oh, so you just made Rekka but worse.
Yeah. Yeah, Racketeer seems like... it seems like what it should have evolved into, not devolved from.
Yeah. But see, when you make something like Racketeer, it requires writing. And a lot of games are like the core gameplay loop.
Okay, I did that wrong.
Core gameplay loop is all you need.
Yeah. I mean, in some games, that's true.
Yeah. Like, I was perfectly fine to play a ton of Heartspace Shipbreaker before it had a story put in. And it has the story now, and I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, we need to unionize. And I'm like, that's fine, but I just want to cut ships up. I don't care about making a union.
Yeah.
And, like, I actually find a lot of the horrible dystopian corporatocracy shit in this game really funny. I don't want you to take it seriously.
Yeah.
I want your signing contract to include you must vote for a specific senator to be like a little joke, not a plot point.
Right.